This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to INCRadio, Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio. I'm your host today, Nidel, and here I have...
Hi, everyone. My name is Lionel, and here we have our guest for today.
Hi, Lionel. Hi, Nidel. Good morning, everyone listening here on INC Radio, Washington, D.C. I'm Brian Torres from Temple, Maryland, and happy to be back here joining you guys with your discussion.
Yeah,
Thank
we've
you.
missed you. Hopefully, we get to see each other again in person.
We're so excited for this discussion today.
Yes,
You're
and then we
amazing.
also have the voice of chats.
Hi, I'm Jaster.
Hi,
Jaster.
Jaster. So right now it's like 82 degrees, right?
It's pretty warm
Yeah.
outside.
It's been raining though all week.
Oh yeah, we had crazy thunderstorms this past weekend and the past week as well.
Yeah.
I
So,
know.
but guess
I'm
what?
sad I couldn't cut my grass.
Oh,
I love cutting our grass. I wait for that sunny weather.
really?
Although it rains a little bit, but once it gets dried up, then I can cut my grass. Yes.
Yeah, it's really hot too. So can you cut my grass? I'm kidding. But today we have a very sunny, deep topic. Today we're here to talk about a little bit about ourselves, how we grew up, what made us the person we are today. So I'm really excited for that kind of discussion. But let's see who our early birds are in the chat.
So we have Sister Jeanette Gonzalez. Good morning po from Waldorf.
Good morning.
Good
We
morning,
have Brother
Waldorf.
Audric Dulay from Washington, D.C.'s Unstoppable.
Hello.
Hello, brother. Dude.
We have Brother Joshua Lungtu. Good morning po from Quantico.
Good morning.
Hello, Quantico.
Oh.
And we have Sister Nilda Satira. Good morning. And we have Sister Alexis Mira. Good morning from Washington, D.C.
Good morning, Washington,
Hello.
D.C.
And then we have Joseph Soterio. Good morning po to all the brethren. Happy weekend po.
Good morning.
It is the weekend. Nice.
It is. Oh, is that it? Oh, there's much
Oh,
more.
We got a couple more coming in.
We have Sister Michelle Santos. Good morning po to all our viewers. Happy Saturday po.
Happy Saturday
Happy
and welcome
Saturday.
to INC Radio, Washington, D.C.
Yes. Have you had your cup of coffee?
So, fun fact, I don't drink coffee.
Gasp. How do you guys feel about that, though?
Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm just kidding.
Please don't give this show a thumbs down, please. But oh yeah, guys. So we have an icebreaker today.
As usual.
Yes, but it's
Yes.
different. We're
Ooh.
unscrambling a word. So we're gonna have about 4 of them, and let's see what they are.
I
Ooh.
don't know.
You can't say that.
What? That's what IDK stands for.
Oh, true. True. So, okay. So we have the letters. You said IDK.
Yes.
So what do you think this could be? What word do you think this could be? Brian, do you have any ideas?
You know, I was just gonna say I don't know as well because that's what IDK stands for.
Yep.
But
We're on the same we're on the same brain wavelength.
Honestly, I'd count that. It's pretty good.
I think, well, if I were to take stab on it, I would say kid, KID,
Ooh.
Ooh,
like a kid.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I see that brother Ace Tapang said kid, and Sister Michelle Santos said kid as well. Oh,
Ooh,
good
okay.
job.
Let's see what the word is. It is
Yay.
kid.
Kid, yay!
Good
I
job.
got too
It's-
excited. I got it right.
No, that's not kid. It's no, I don't.
No.
No, I don't.
Oh, wow.
Okay, now I get it.
You're so creative. All right, let's see what the next one is. Oh,
Oh,
so what do you see? What letters?
I see a UNGOY.
Huh.
I know that in Filipino this means something, but I think this game is in English, so
I actually don't know what this is in English or Tagalog. Okay. Anyway,
Brian, do you know what this could be?
yeah.
I think I know what it is. I always feel like I'm young, so I'm gonna go with young.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What do you mean, Brian? You are young.
I am
That's a
young. Am I young?
You're glowing right now.
you are.
I do see it in the chats.
Yeah. Sister Joseph Sotero says young. Janet Gonzalez says young. And
Sister Amelia Salazar says young as well.
oh
Okay.
wow, good job.
Let's see what the answer is.
Young, good job.
Yay! It is
Our
young.
chat's so smart.
I
I'm proud. I'm
know.
proud. I'm proud of you guys. Proud
Yeah,
of you guys.
good job. All right, let's see the next one. Let's see if you can get this one the fastest. Ooh, we have the letters. What do you see? I feel like we're at
Uh,
the eye doctor or something.
do I need to cover one of my eyes? SERIEMMO.
Wow, you have 20/20 vision. Oh, Brian, what do you think this could
You know
be?
what? This is a good one. I think I have to really think about this. What are good memories in my brain? I have
You're
memories. I'm
good.
gonna say memories.
Are you looking at the chat?
I'm
And the chat's got it. I haven't seen one wrong answer from the chat yet.
What?
That's amazing.
Amelia Salazar and Sister Marcel Santos, Sister Josette Soterio, who else?
Sister Mia Urbano,
Hmm.
Sister Odessa Moreno.
Brother Danilo Yumo. Everyone says memories. Oh,
Memories.
nice
Oh,
job.
good job.
I can't wait to
Yay.
talk about memories later.
All right, let's get through this last one.
Yeah. Okay. So we have the letters D, A, V, I, E, C.
Um,
I won't look at the chat this time. I'm gonna say that I've been looking. Sorry. Yes. Get her out.
so
Okay.
this is a bit harder one. Oh,
Uh,
Oh,
a bit more
I think I
difficult.
just got it because the D was throwing me off.
The D.
I'm
it
gonna
is.
I'm gonna go ahead and say. Oh, do you want me to go ahead and say my answer to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it?
So
I'm lost
I
on
haven't
here.
figured it out
I'm lost on
yet.
this.
I would
I need
say
some
I
advice.
love to give advice. Advice.
There you go.
Oh, that was so good. Let's see if that's the answer.
Advice. Let's see. Oh, the first one that got it I saw is
Who?
Brother Danilo Mumel.
Oh, good job, brother. Awesome. And speaking of advice, we're here today to talk about, like I said, a little bit more about how we grew up, what life lessons we've learned. So if you have, things to share about your younger self, what you've learned in the chat, please feel free to type it in and we'll share it on air.
Yeah, join us in our conversation.
Yeah. So, Brian, what would you say? Um, how would you describe your younger self? How would you
You know,
describe yourself?
you're right. So my younger self, I really actually I was a homebody. I didn't really go out a lot. I go to school, then I go home. I don't really go play outside. And then we of course attend church and worship services on every time we're supposed to attend. So growing up as well, I love to go stay home and really like study. Even though there's no school, I would like challenge myself to like review and review, even though I didn't know the materials. So there are times that I even like take exams and I would like crumple them and throw it in the trash and do it again.
Wow.
Because I like to challenge myself when I was younger growing up. And then when I turned 18, a Kadiwa age, so I became more active in the faith. I had offices, I was a choir member, and still I have multiple duties as we speak today. And now I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm married now and have a child, and yeah, so that's basically my life has been from my younger years till now.
You sound so hardworking, and I can't wait to ask a little bit more about like how or unfold a little bit about that too. How would you describe yourself as well, Lionel? Like how would you describe yourself growing up, like in small, short description?
All right. So in a small short description, grew up. I was raised in the Philippines for a few years. So growing up is like really being learned or really learning how to be resourceful,
Mm.
especially with like getting creative with like playtime and whatnot. As a kid, I was very rowdy.
Really?
I was like super energetic, and I would always like have this like really creative imagination of like with wooden blocks, like one
Mm.
of the probably the most basic playthings for as a kid, wooden blocks. Just building like, oh, this is a maze, oh, this is a castle, this is and all that stuff. It was always pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. Wooden blocks are always cool. You can use what's great about wooden blocks is that you use your imagination. There's not really much going on with
Hmm.
wooden blocks. So,
Sometimes it can just be rocks.
oh, that's cool. No, that's awesome. From what I'm hearing, you're very like creative. There you go. That's the word, creative and imaginative.
Yeah.
So, let's dig deeper into this. So, Brian, what would you say your biggest life lesson would be when you were growing up? What stuck out to you when you were younger?
I would say it really was a big lesson for me was you really have to put in the work, whatever it is
Mm.
that you're doing. When I turned from elementary to high school, I didn't know what studying was or doing your homework. So on our first exam, I failed it and I was called out.
Oh no.
Where's Brian Torres? Oh, the teacher was like looking at me. I thought it was like something good that I did. I failed the test. So after that, I
No.
studied and do my homework every day. So
Oh,
that really stuck out to me that you really have to put in the work. Things just doesn't come naturally for you. You really have to punch in the work.
that's so true. Would you say that someone calling you out helped you, or do you think you would have noticed that without someone having to like bring you out there like that?
No, it had to happen. Everything that I do in
Mm.
life, I know that God willed it to happen. So it was a great thing. I was really thankful that my teacher then called me out because then that was my wake up call that
Mm.
Brian, you have to punch in the work. You can't just do the exam without studying or without doing your homework. So, and then I applied that and I learned that through the years that the more effort you put, the more results you're going to get.
That's so
Hmm.
true. And that applies to everything you do, like working out. Sigh. So, yeah, no, that's very true. I would have to say the same thing about like school and everything. How about you, Lionel? What would you say your biggest life lesson was when you were younger?
um I think for me, I would, if I could piggyback off Brian's response, is the work you put in um will increase the results that you get coming
Mhm.
out. um so I graduated as an engineer, as an electrical engineer.
Mhm.
But would you believe me if I said that um I failed physics twice in college.
Ooh.
Oh, that's hard. That's
I
a big
failed engineering
class.
physics twice in college. And
Mhm.
after the first one, I was like, okay, maybe it's because my workload, I need to balance everything.
Mhm.
So I fixed it. I tried fixing that up. Second time happened. Okay, I really need to, I really need to lock in and like
Yeah.
get this done. I passed the second time. Oh no, I passed the third time. It was the last chance I was able to take the class before I had to go somewhere else to take that class to supplement those credits. But through hard work and um, lots and lots of prayers,
Mm.
I was able to pull it off. And because you mentioned this earlier about getting the morning coffee, I did this without caffeine.
That I am very surprised. So this person does not take caffeine at all, which is I'm jealous.
Yeah, I made it like an additional challenge. Also because I don't really like the taste of coffee. I don't like the bitter taste. Anyway, we're going on a tangent. Um, but really trying to like, um, yeah, the work you put in will show in the results that come out of it.
That's true. I would have to say the same thing back in when I went to college. I definitely think I would say it would be like my fault because I would have too much fun and everything. But once I have like failed those classes, had the same experience. I failed. I'm not gonna say which class it was. I failed like 3 times. It was a prerequisite for speech therapy, and when I realized that I had a last chance, then I was like, okay, I got to lock in. So, yeah, I would say the same thing. Work hard if you really want something. Ooh, I think we have some responses in the chat.
So we have Sister Odessa Moreno saying, growing up, I had to be resilient. I wasn't born smart, but I had to work my way up because people's perception doesn't determine what you can become in the future.
Yep.
So true.
Very true.
And she also says, the biggest lessons in life for my sister, nothing worth having comes easy.
Yep.
That's true. That's really true. And that applies to everything, like I said earlier. So, Brian, what would you say your priorities were back then versus like right now?
Of course, it's a day and night for me at this time. Back then, my only priority was myself. I get to eat 3 times a day, maybe 4 or 5 times a day. But now I
Same.
have my family. I have my wife. I have my daughter. So everything
Mm.
changes as far as priorities in life. That's what I would say.
Mm. How about you, Lionel?
Oh, sorry. Was I got so entranced by his answer of like, yes, priority. Oh, the priorities,
Yes.
right? Priorities back then is probably how can I describe this? Like the best way I can describe is what people really think of me.
Mm.
Like how am I perceived by others?
Yeah.
When really, while that can be important, what's more important is how we perceive ourselves and how we treat ourselves. Because right, we try so hard. If we try so hard to show up for others,
Mm.
when are we going to show up for ourselves?
That's so true.
Because and if we really like sort of neglect ourselves as well, it kind of like who will support this support if there's no one to support them kind of thing.
Wow, that's deep.
And so of course, like when what Brian mentioned is like, married with a family, the kids, he has to support them. And I think also if I may assume that they are also your support. You guys all
Oh,
support each other.
that's
And that's
correct.
like the beautiful thing about that.
I'm so happy for you guys. So, it's definitely, like you said, it's very important that you take care of yourself. And of course, it's fine to worry about like what people think about you, but also think about like, you know what would your person now say about you now. So I don't know if that makes sense, but um now what would you say, Brian, your dream back then was, that you decided to not pursue anymore?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good question, Nadel. Really, I'm not a dreamer in itself. Again, I wait what God wants me to do. But if there was one thing that I really wanted to become of when I was younger, I wanted to become a CPA, certified public
Oh.
accountant. So I
Oh.
wanted to do that. But when I got into the field where I am now, I actually make more money than being
Yay.
a CPA. But not to say I'm not pursuing studies anymore. I'm still
Mhm.
doing it, but slowly and gradually, I'm still taking classes to become an accountant or CPA on the side note. Maybe as a second job or maybe a part-time job, maybe seasonals, taxes doesn't just come every day. Maybe on around April or maybe October,
Mhm.
things like that. So yeah, that was the only reason why I had to let it go, because I make more money now doing what I'm doing now. But it's still my dream to become a CPA.
And
Okay.
you have a lot of time to pursue that still too.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, that's correct. Yes, yes.
Well, I'm glad you make a lot of money now.
Sana all.
And for Lionel, what would you say your dream was back then too, that you decided to let go of?
um so for me, when I was younger, I really got into like the sciences and whatnot,
Hmm.
like exploring the space, outer space. So as a kid,
Ooh,
I wanted to be an astronaut.
that's so cool. I can see that.
Um, I wanted to be an astronaut. And then I failed physics. No, I'm just kidding.
That physics class.
That physics class. But I was still very much interested. And then as I delved into like the other aspects of STEM,
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I want to create these devices. It seems pretty cool.
Mhm.
And that's sort of like what I do today.
Wow.
So my dream, I didn't really let go of my dream. I kind of shifted my dream
Yeah.
from what it was originally. It's still within the scope.
So would you say that you still want to be an astronaut now?
God willing, if
Oh,
the opportunity presents itself, probably yeah,
that's really
that'd be
cool.
pretty cool.
Tell us the different planets and stuff when you're up there. Don't forget about us. So it looks like we have some responses in the chat as well.
So, Sister Allison Mojica, she said, biggest life lesson I've learned is if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
Ooh,
Mhm.
that's fat.
And then we have Brother Bruce Vaughn. My dream was to become a jet pilot. Then I discovered I was afraid of heights.
Oh, that's important that you know that.
It's a very
Um,
essential aspect of
Yes.
flying.
Sister Allison Mojica again, she said, my dream was to become a flight attendant, but then I realized I really have bad motion sickness and don't do too well on flights.
Oh,
Yikes.
Brother Ace Tapang says, a decision I made a little after high school was to leave the house, join the military for structure, discipline, opportunity to travel, meet people, and figure things out on my own.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. And now, what would you say? What would your one advice be that you would share to younger people? And I also want to put in, like, how did your faith play a role in the advice you're about to give? Brian.
Really, what I would say to the younger people, there's only one thing that you have to do: put God first. That's the main priority in your life, and everything else just be added to you. Anything and everything that you pray for, as long as you're complete obedience to our Almighty God's commandments, there's nothing that you be lacking of, because God will give that to you. Even what you want, He'll give you beyond your imagination. So I've experienced that so many times in my life. So, really the best decision I've had in my life was when I became an officer inside the Church of Christ, because that really taught me a valuable lesson to be more responsible, to care more, to value more my membership, and that the younger um, people per se, that I invite you to really put God first as your main priority.
I love that. I can.
I'm tearing up right now.
Oh,
Just
I
listening
know.
to it.
Yeah, we can attest to that. God is always there to take care of you through, the hard times. Life is always going to be like
A
mountains
roller
and ups
coaster,
and
yes, yes.
downs, but when you really put your trust in God, that's when, everything will turn out for you. How about you,
Mhm.
Lionel?
For me, I do want to add on to that with a little story of, I believe it was the 50th in the West that we held in California.
Mhm.
There was one advice that one of the directors gave us was to let go, let God. And that's one thing that sort of stuck with me. Like we can do our best, we can do like the best that we can, but ultimately it's all up to God as to whether it will play out or not. And so if we entrust it unto him, sometimes it'll work out and it's perfect,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes it won't work out, but God will introduce something or will put us through something that is much better than what we could have ever
Yes.
imagined.
Yes.
And that's something that's sort of stuck with me, that in whatever I do, as long as, like what Brian said first, is as long as we put God first and involve him in all of our planning and in everything that we do, right, it'll work out. And as long as we I feel like I'm just repeating what he said. It's such
No,
good
it's great because
advice.
we're
It's
unison. We're
true.
agreeing
Yeah,
with one another. No, that's
We
really
can,
good.
yeah.
yeah.
It's something that I feel that we all sort of experienced a little bit, is the blessings from God, which can sometimes even be more or better than what we have ever imagined.
I love that you both have shared that with the audience today, and with me personally. I'm very honored to speak with both of you and to learn that God is always going to be by your side. He's always on your side. He is just, he's kind, he's full of love, and he knows you more than you know yourself. So just remember that for everyone listening. So as much as I would love to talk more about this and cry in this chair, we would love to give our special thanks, a heartful thanks to those who make all of this possible for us to even talk about these kinds of things.
But before we go
Yeah.
to that, Brother Brian, do you have any special greetings?
Yes.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Again, thank you so much for having me today. Hello to my beautiful life, aka my wife, Roseanne Torres, and our super smart and talented daughter, Winley Torres. I love you too, TWO too. And to all my families and friends listening and watching this broadcast, thank you so much for supporting. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thanks for joining
Brian. Thank you
us.
so much. And Lionel, do you have any special greetings?
I would like to thank my family back in California, both in Northern and Southern California, my friends and family back there. I want to greet my brother in the Philippines. Hope to see you soon, especially all as well as all my relatives and family there. Hope to see you guys soon. Oh, and also you, wait, which camera? Yes, you, the chat, is tuning in for today. We love each and every one of you.
We do. We truly do. And, you know, thank you so much, Lionel, for your special greetings. And all the more, thank you so much for everyone's unstoppable support here on INC Radio, Washington, D.C. family, supporting our broadcast. And especially to Brother Sidney R. Santos, our district supervising minister, Brother Richard Soterio, our assistant district minister, Brother Ajak Dulai, our district CFO overseer, Brother Tyler Worthen, our district multimedia advisor, Brother Emmanuel Andaya, our executive producer, Brother Walay Taray, our station manager, and we love to thank you and for INC Radio Kuyatex here and in the Philippines. Also to Brother Angelo Iranio V. Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister. And we would love to give our thanks to Brother Eduardo V. Manalo as well, our Executive Minister of the Iglesianicristo Church of Christ, for allowing us to have programs like today's show here on INC Radio. So thank you for tuning in here and spending part of your day with us. If you like today's show, be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on what's coming next. Until then, catch us again next week here on INC Radio, Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And remember, stay inspired, stay connected, and most of all, stay unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Happy weekend,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Stay tuned for INC Radio New Jersey.
Yeah. Their show's awesome. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I gotta get my call.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, Mom.
Homework?
Kind of. It's a school project, and you have to present someone from LA we admire.
Celebrity time. Who's it gonna be? Actor, athlete?
You.
Cool.
Yeah. You work hard. You help out with everything around the house. You never complain. You just do what's right, even when no one's watching.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to. Just don't make me redo my project.
The world may celebrate stars, but the ones who shine brightest are not on screen. They're family. A message from INC Radio Los Angeles.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ